Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Hope 2019 is off to a great start. And looking back at 2018, it was a banner year for you. Thanks for listening to another episode or watching another episode of What's in My Insurance Policy. And today we're going to talk about employer's liability. This is not to be confused with employment practices liability. They are two much different coverages covering much different claim scenarios. So employer's liability, which we're talking about, is typically found in your workers' compensation policy under Part 2. You'll probably see, when you look at the deck page, you'll see three different limits: bodily injury by accident, bodily injury by disease, and bodily injury by disease each employee. So that's what kind of where you'll see it, and that's where it's located. But what does it cover? Because as we know, if an employee of yours gets hurt on the job, the lost wages and benefits and associated costs are usually covered by the workers' compensation portion of the policy, which in most states are statutorily required to have in place. But not everything is covered. There are exceptions. And I want to do is give you some of those scenarios where the employer's liability coverage comes into play. First, not all employees in all states are covered under workers' compensation laws. For instance, in many states, agricultural and domestic workers cannot file a claim under workers' compensation laws. However, they still should be entitled to some recourse, and that's where the employer's liability policy come into place. Other states allow an employee to reject workers' compensation benefits. The employee could then sue you, and the employer's liability policy should respond. Another area is in disease or sickness. The employee alleges that they got sick because of the working conditions, but that can't be proven. The workers' comp claim is denied. They sue you. The employer's liability policy could pay out. We see this a wife, loss of consortium. Sometimes we'll see suits, or in a similar vein, the husband or wife of whoever got hurt says, because as a result of this injury, the stress, I'm getting headaches and migraines and stress induced, so I'm going to sue you. That could be covered under employer's liability. Third party over suits. So let's say I'm at work, climbing the ladder, get hurt. I sue the ladder manufacturer for negligence. That ladder manufacturer comes back and sues the employer. That could be an employer's liability lawsuit. And then the employee sues you in a capacity other than as an employer, other than an employer. And we see this in manufacturing. Let's say you have a sales rep who is selling toxic chemicals. The chemicals somehow get out of the packaging. They get sick. They're suing you under workers' comp benefits, and then also under the employer's liabilities portion of the policy. So as you can probably tell, these claims are kind of few and far between, and that's why when you look at the cost of your workers' comp policy, and in particular drill down to what's the employer's liability cost, it's usually pretty minimal, especially as a comparison to the workers' comp. It might be 3 to 5% of the total cost, depending on the limit you're buying. Because this, again, the vast majority of claims are covered under the workers' comp portion, and very few claims are paid under employer's liability. I hope this clears up for you a little bit. Again, if there's one takeaway, employer's liability and employment practices liability are two separate and distinct coverages, so never get them confused. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Bye.